Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, so there was a video that just kind of laid on my lap, and it was actually of some black conservatives. But these black conservatives, all of them are Caribbean, and they take an issue with FBAs. And to say that they are conservative and they take issue with FBAs, you would think they would be agreeing with FBAs. Well, let's go ahead on and play this real quick.
First, let's talk about what foundational Black Americans are. So the term refers to a concept coined by activist and filmmaker Tariq Nasheed. It's used to describe Black individuals in the United States who are descendants of African people enslaved in the U.S. prior to the abolition of slavery in 1865. Here we go. I want to start off with you, Shelley.
My never to be humble opinion is that this movement is a way to further segregate and divide Black people, give me a second, and have these FBAs use this one as a good separation technique or a good segregation technique. Now, let me say this. I don't give a damn who you associate with, who you want to be called, or what group. I don't really care. But I think this particular issue is a way for, I'm going to say, maybe more conservatives to use as, oh, I'm separating myself because I am a slave or have ancestors that were slaves or whatever. I don't care. Ultimately, I am a foundational Black American. I was born here.
And, a lot of people talk about being separate and all of this other stuff. Well, look, you can do that now. Find yourself an island in the South Pacific and just go be separate. But most people don't even know how to feed themselves without a supermarket. So that's something that would break down very quickly.
Now, these foundational Black Americans, the authority, whoever they are, I've never heard of such. And no, you may not claim me in your group, just because I happen to be born an American, right? Born an American with beautifully melanated skin, but American nonetheless, right? We're not going to start dividing ourselves into these little pockets that make it easier for people to take advantage of other people.
And let me tell you something, I'm sick of FBAs, okay?
I'm sick of them too. I'm just sick of people begging all the damn time.
Yeah. You can actually walk down Baltimore and step in human feces, and it's generally from an FBA. Okay, so
well, so much to unpack here. Why do they have so much hate for FBAs? What did we do to them? Let's call it what it is. It was the people who immigrated here decided to delineate. Why is it a problem when Black Americans do it? Why is it a problem? When you came over here, and I'm not saying all, but some, when you came over here, you say, no, I don't want to unify with FBAs. I want to go and create my own area over here away from FBAs. You talk down on FBAs like you're doing now. The woman at the end saying somebody that feces on the ground in Baltimore, or it's an FBA. How do you know that? Did you see the FBA person do it? How do you know? That silly things like that. And then they're so pressed about FBAs saying we're going to just go it on over here, do what we got to do, fight for what we need to fight for. We're not saying, hey, do anything to anybody. We're not saying get in their way. We're not saying stop there, whatever they're trying to do politically for their group. We're not saying any of that. Everybody's so pressed that Black Americans that say we're going to mind our FBA business, and that's all we doing. And everybody is upset. These Caribbean people are so-called Black conservatives, and you mad at FBAs? Truth is told, a lot of FBAs have conservative ideals. So you should be embracing FBAs. But the problem is, this is the problem. All these other groups always thought that they would have FBAs on their team. that when we get in trouble, all we got to say, hey, black people, we all black. Hey, they treat me racist. Come fight for me. And then here we come rushing in like the Avengers while they sit back behind us and don't take no slings, no arrows, no tanks, no tear gas, no nothing. Everybody wants us to come run in like we are the Avengers. We are not the Avengers. We're not. Them days of us avenging is over. And we're going to avenge is going to be for our community. Because we were trying to be the Avengers for all you groups. All you did was give us your middle finger. That's what you gave us. And your butt to kiss. That's the only thing that you gave us. You didn't treat us right. You didn't do anything right. You didn't. And listen, it took a long time for black Americans to even get to this point. That's what y'all not understanding. See, what it is it's like an abusive relationship. And see, the person that's doing the abusing, they always think they gonna have that person there forever. And then that day come, that person gets tired and say, you know what? No, never. You're not gonna abuse me no more. I'm getting away from you. And I'm going to do my own thing because I'm not going to subject myself to this abuse. And then you're mad that you can't use and abuse us no more. That's what you're really mad about. You're mad that you can't use and abuse us no longer. That you have to stand on your own 2 feet. That you have to do everything on your own. That's what the problem is for you. It's a new day. It's a new time. We're not putting up with being treated any kind of way. Sorry. But not sorry at the same time. We're not putting up with it. Leave us alone. Once again, we're not getting in anyone's way. We're not getting in anyone's space. We're not even talking about anybody else like that. But every time you look up, somebody making something about the FBAs. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else to talk about? Like, Trump is the one that is deporting people. Talk about him. ICE, Tom Homan. Y'all got a lot of people to be talking about right now. But because you can't just call on FBAs and FBAs gonna just go run to your rescue, that's the problem. When all y'all was delineating, it wasn't division. But when FBAs has delineated, now all of a sudden, oh, it's just division. And all of a sudden, y'all got a problem with division now. Why wasn't it division when we were trying to say, hey, let's join together because we all black? And you didn't want to. Well, why wasn't that called? That's called division too. You said you making little Haiti and the Jamaican communities and all the different communities, and we're not invited in there. Y'all have Caribbean scholarships. Y'all don't give FBAs none of them scholarships. Hey, that's division, right? Why were you dividing yourself? CARICOM, you don't let FBAs join CARICOM. That's division. It's straight division. It's okay for you to be divisive, but FBAs better not be. We literally got to be Jesus. And if we're not Jesus and acting just like you, oh my God, that's a problem. No, them days are over. You're going to stand on your own 2 feet now. And people not liking that. All over America, they're not liking it. Everybody has something nasty and negative to say about the FBAs. And we don't talk about those people. We're not talking about all. Now just do it without us. That's it. Just do it without us. Show us how it's done. But they can't. Because they never had to stand up against racism, white supremacy. They just hid behind us. And now they can't hide behind us. Now they actually have to face it. And they're not willing to face it. That's where these attacks are coming from. How dare you FBAs don't stand up for us and defend us and stop these folks from doing things to us. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all supposed to get out there and defend us. Oh, no. We got a lot of issues we need to solve in the black community. A lot. So, no, it's not divisive. If it wasn't divisive when you did it, then